to Morning Star Academy STEAM class. I am Mr. Tony, and today we will do a new activity. Are you ready? Let's start! Today, we are going to do a STEAM project on how to do a cardboard calculator, which is also known as slider adding calculator. This system is one of the first mechanical calculators and can be a useful tool in mathematics, as their operating principle is simple. For example, 521 plus 23. It is possible to make one with only some cardboard and some office supplies. You will learn how to make calculator, allowing you to perform 3-digit additions. Have you received your materials already? The materials are width 1, thick cardboard, and a paper strips. With 2, you will have another thin cardboard and 2 pieces of thin cardboard. 1, 2. On width 3, you will have another thin cardboard. So on width 4, you will have the toothpick as the stylus of your calculator. Now let's start the first week. For the first week, you need to have your own scissors. A cutter may be more convenient for certain steps. Red and black marker, and a ruler. Then, let's do the step number 1. Step number 1. Preparation of the strips. Prepare the strips. Make 3 figures displayable by the calculator. The paper strip template has been provided to you. Next, color first the first strip with the red marker, as shown here in the example. On the left side of the strip, you have to color this as thick as this. On the right side of the strip, you will only mark it red as thin as this. So beginning from number 7 until below 0 here, as shown in this example. Next, use a black marker to shade or mark with black the shade on the right side of the strip, as shown here in this example. Then, after coloring, cut it with a scissor. You have to cut it cleanly. Okay. So you'll be needing 3 of these strips. Like this. Step number 2. Make the strips rigid. Cut the thick board to the same dimensions as the pieces of paper. So you will put the strips here on the cardboard and use a ruler to help you in cutting and marking the cardboard. The cardboard should be like this after cutting. Then, stick the paper strip on top of the cardboard strip. You may use glue stick to stick this. The finished product should be like this. Strip, thick cardboard. You have now the strip as rigid as this. So you have 3 rigid strips. So this is it. Step number 3, making the slides. On thin and smooth cardboard, transfer the sizing of a strip. U-shaped slides will have to be obtained. So plan the thickness of the additional slider before cutting and folding. Thickness, cutting, and folding. Check that the strips can slide. If not, adjust them or repeat this step. Step number 4, beginning of the structure. Take your cardboard and glue the slides one next to the other. Like that. Step number 5. Continue the structure and adjust the mechanism. Take your width 3 cardboard cut 3 pieces of thin cardboard to circle the slides. And then put the strips in the mechanism. Adjust the height of the slides by cutting them when they protrude above the strips. In this case, the height of the slide is just enough for the height of the strip. Step number 6. Punch hole in the strips. Put holes on the strips at each side. You can use sharp object like nail or an old ballpoint. 7, the front panel. Cut a piece of thin cardboard, to the same dimensions as your calculator. Then here comes the most delicate step. So place the thin cardboard on your calculator. Then slide it to the right, showing the first strip. Measure the location of the 0 on the first strip by drawing a straight line below the 0. This line should be aligned in all 3 zeros in the 3 strips. Next, measure the distance from the edge of the calculator from the left to the first lower corner of the 0 in first strip. And here it is about 4 centimeters. Then mark the front panel cardboard from the left, aligned with a straight line in the middle, and here. So this is about 4 centimeters here. Okay. Measure now the thickness of the 0 by measuring again from the edge of your calculator to the second lowered corner of the 0 in the first strip. And here it is about 4.8. So, mark your front panel from the left to the point. This is now the thickness of the 0 in the first strip. Measure now the distance of the 0 from the edge of your calculator. This time, it is about, from the left, it is about 7.5 centimeters. Then mark again the front panel. From left here, distance 7.5 here. So this is the first marking of your second 0 in the second strip. Let's continue on the second strip. Measure again from the edge of your calculator to the first lower corner of the second strip. Then mark that measurement. Then mark the measurement in your front panel here. This is your second 0 on the second strip. Now measure the thickness of the 0 of your second strip. Mark again the measurement from the left edge of your calculator to the second lower corner of the 0 on the second strip here. So it is about 8.8. Now let's measure the last 0, the third. So again, from the edge of the calculator from the left, measure again the distance from the edge to the first lower corner of the third strip here. Then mark again the front panel here. Last, measure the distance again from the left edge to the lowered corner of the strip number 3. Mark it like this, and there you go. Next, draw a square that will fit the 0 when you cut it. Okay, then mark here the 0. Okay, let's continue marking the other parts of the front panel. So put again the front panel on top of your cardboard calculator and then slide it upward. Then mark these edges here at the bottom of the front panel. There is a line there, you can see, and mark it. Then draw a straight line connecting those markings like this. Be sure that it will be straight. Then mark again the other parts of the front panel. Again here, the same thickness as this to create a hole for cutout. This cutout will be for the regrouping of your calculators. Then mark all of this with a red pen to to make sure that you will cut the correct area. So the front panel should be like this before cutting. After cutting, your front panel should look like this. Fit that in your calculator, and you can see all the 3 zeros are there. Then you can put numbers here from 1 to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for the 3-digit calculator. Then mark an arrow downward for the black and red arrow upward. For the final step, you can stick your front panel on your calculator on top of your calculator using a glue stick or a scotch tape. In this case, I will stick this with a scotch tape. This corner, scotch tape here. Scotch tape here. Stick here on this side. And you can stick here. Scotch tape so that if you have some mistakes, you can remove it easily. Okay, there you go. You have now a... Okay, let's try this calculation. 531 plus 82. 5, slide down. There you go, the 5. 31, there go the 3, and 1. Okay, plus 82. Your 8 is on the red, so you have to slide it upward. Okay, then regroup 1 here, and you add the 2 downward. There you go. 613. 531 plus 82 is 613. Is that correct? Yes, it is correct. Then you can reset this by pushing it upward, back all to 0. We provide you a temporary or your improvised stylus at toothpick. You can use other pointed wooden stick if you want to.